Hi there. Welcome to class. I'm Miss Faust. Please make sure you have paper. Yes, you do. And a pen or pencil handy because I have some notes that you need to jot down. Okay? And I have the assignment for today. And you may want to take notes on what I say. We're going to talk about Ruby Dee's Answer Letha today. The highlights. And again, because of time and the like, I will not be able to cover everything. So if you have a question after today's lesson, please email me. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have regarding the story. Okay, so let's get started. I'm using my text, okay? So we have a main character, I, okay? And she's relatively young. And she talks about Answer Letha. Now, my question to you is Answer Letha her aunt? No, she's not. It just happens that they call her Answer Letha. They're pretty close to her. The main character, okay, who's referred to at one point, let's see, I don't want to get the wrong person, who referred to by the mother, by Mama, as Baby. Okay, and Baby has two wonderful brothers. Yes, wonderful indeed, namely William and Curtis. They're pretty, they're pretty nasty to Answer Letha. Now, we get the setting right from the start. Where does this story take place? Any guesses from reading? Yes, we're talking about Harlem, and we're talking about a boarding house. Okay, so this family basically rents out rooms, and people come and pay the rent to the family, and Answer Letha happens to be one of those people who has a room in this boarding house. And yes, because she's so close to Baby and Curtis and William. Okay, well, Curtis and William, it's a little different, but with Baby especially, because she has a good bond, okay, with the narrator. And she is the narrator. She's the I in the story, okay. So because of that, they refer to her as aunt. Of course, she's not. But the thing about Answer Letha is that what kind of a job does she have? She is a what? She is a maid. Yes, indeed. Okay. She is a maid. Okay. To a family that has children and the like. And that's what she's done basically her life long. Okay. Service as maid and taking care of the family's children and so on and so on and so on. Okay. So we have the setting, a boarding house in Harlem. We have the narrator who's telling the story. Obviously, she's one of the main characters. Who's the other main character? Yes, you could include Answer Letha. After all, this story is about Answer Letha. Okay. We're also talking about an African American family. We go back to Ruby Dee. She is an African American. Okay. And so that quite often is a hint to the kind of characters she would have. Okay. So we have that right from the start. We also get from the start, not just the setting, and learn about the two main characters, Answer Letha and Baby. Let's refer to her as Baby. Okay. We learn through Baby the way Curtis and William treat Answer Letha, and it's not very nice. They do make fun of her and the like. Okay. She likes to wear pretty things. She's very much into jewelry and loves nail polish, her nails and all that. She likes to be pretty. Okay. And as William and Curtis discover, she does wear a wig. Okay, so at one point, her wig sort of moves, and Curtis sort of nudges his brother, hey, look. And yes, And of course, Baby doesn't really like that because she has a love for Aunt Sirletha. Okay, and underneath the red wig is, as it says on his one page, Curtis nudged William and pointed at the kinky gray hair sticking out from under the red wig. Okay, so she has gray hair underneath. And of course, if there's one weakness that she has, is it's her appearance. She doesn't exactly want people to see what she truly looks like, without the heavy-duty makeup and the like. As we get later, when she falls ill, severely ill, she does not look very good. Okay, so it starts to show the age, and yes, she doesn't. That's one of her weaknesses. Her strengths, you can pick up, because Dee is trying to point out weaknesses and strength. Oh my goodness, weaknesses and strengths in this character. You could include that she has a love for the people that she's around. She has a love for the people that she works for. Okay, and that she never let the fact that she never got married let that make her feel down. Okay, which again, why didn't she get married? There was a gentleman who was very interested in her, but they didn't get married because he said it came to him that I was already married to a job, was the way he put it. Okay, but as she points out to the children, that if things had changed, she would not have met them. So there's a positive. Okay. We also learn through the narrator, Baby. The mother seems to really like Aunt Sirletha. She has no major issues with her, because we make some inferences. Remember, we are dealing with inferences, making inferences and predictions. I want you to keep those comprehension/reading strategies in mind and do apply them because they will help you. So we can make inferences about Sirletha, namely that she is responsible, and we get that from right at the beginning, where Mama used to say, you can just quit so much talk about Sirletha because the father was Hosea, and he refers to her as Matt, his wife, is always talking bad about her, poorly. Okay, she's the only roomer that pays her rent in advance. So you can tell she's responsible. She does pay, and she pays on time. Okay, and she works for her money. We do know that because she has a family that she worked for, and the people give her things. They don't give her. And how come they didn't give you some of that money instead? Because they were well off and everything. They gave her lots of jewelry and the like. So I'm looking here because the boys would refer to it as junk, and to her it wasn't. Okay. They give me expensive things. Okay. Years ago too, when I wanted to bake pies to sell, they were going to set me up a place, but that didn't come through. Okay, so she works for her money. So those are inferences you can make from what Dee puts into the story. Also, you get the idea that Hosea, the father, does not really care much for her. What bothers her, it bothers him, one of those wonderful days, is the fact that she doesn't go to church. That's high in his list, going to church. Okay. And Sirletha really truly helps him out quite often because she pays the rent on time or even beforehand, and they can always count on her, so they don't have to worry about going short. And the mother points out that if it wasn't for Sirletha, there are times they would not have been able to eat. Okay. Gratitude is a thing you have got to understand. I'm grateful to God who made it possible for me not to go under it. He's not grateful to Sirletha. Okay? That woman was just God's instrument. God's way of showing me. You're just mad because you can't get her to that church of yours. she won't go to his church, so she doesn't want to go there. Okay, but Sulitha has had an impact on that family. Okay, and she always gives the children something. She was always giving us something. Gave Curtis his own radio. Gave William a microscope. She got a guitar. She was learning to play guitar, baby. Okay, and then she takes the children to the beach, and that's where Curtis and William say some really. They make it clear that they don't really have a high opinion of her, that if she gives them anything, that she must have stolen it, and she must, even in that scene, she must think she's something special. Okay, then we learn about that she could have been married, and then of course her wig sort of slides off. Okay, so you get the impression that Hosea really, along with the boys, really don't give her a chance, whereas the narrator does. And that's why we have that bond between the two. And even Hosea, who should know better. He's an adult. He should know better. That you gotta give the person a chance. You can't just say, "Oh, I don't care for this person because she doesn't look nice. She wears a wig or she smells because she likes a little perfume and look good and smell good and just look great." Okay. Baby's looking at it going, what's wrong with that? And that baby likes it. She gets nail polish at the end and all that, and she treasures it because it's from her. And of course, during the summertime, the children were gone, so they didn't really think much of Sulitha. And then when she comes back, Sulitha is very, very ill, and that's when she sees, Sulitha without all the stuff that she has on her face, the nails, the polish, because she's sick and she's not making up her face and her wig is off, and the smell, the perfume and all the odor and everything, and she doesn't want the children to see her like that. And baby's like, why didn't you tell us that she was ill? And of course mom has to explain, well, she probably didn't want us to know. Okay, guess she didn't want to worry us. All right. And she did mention that she had some pains and stuff like that. And of course, one day she comes home from school, baby, and everything's cleared out because she let it know that, when she's gone, this place could come and pick up everything. So she found nail polish on the windowsill, so she took that. And of course, the things being gone, Aunt Sulitha had passed away. So, what's sort of funny is, baby thinks that Aunt Sulitha left her nail polish, and that's it. But what did she actually leave them? The kids. She left them what? So we look toward the end of the story. Let's see here. She left them money. For what? Education. Okay. So, even in the end, she shows that what? She cared about the children. They may not have liked her, the boys, but she thought of them either way. So that's another part of her strength. She does think about people. Okay. So as we get to the theme here, Hosea, he changes, doesn't he? He does change. Let's see here. Toward the end, let's see. He talks about her. She's part of the family. She was part of the family. And we're all going to miss her. Okay. So let's turn to the theme here. It is connected with he became a gentler man. So baby notices at the end. So if you turn to the end, from that, that day I felt something that I'd been afraid of all my life tumble down inside my father. remember, the father, we can make inferences that he really didn't care much for Sulitha. I mean, it's not that he hated her, but he didn't exactly love her either, person to person, that kind of thing. We get that inference that if she's gone, so what? But there goes the money. Okay. But he changes, and he became inside my father, and he became a gentleman. Okay. Yes, and that connects to the theme. He became a gentler man. All right. It isn't till what? It isn't till the end that he truly appreciates her. Okay. It's her death. I guess we can say that leads her, or I should say, leads him to come out and actually say something positive. Okay? So, let's go over to the board. Make sure that you copy this down. Okay? As I was saying, at the end, he's able to make a positive comment about her. So we can say the theme here is, do not be so quick to judge people. All right? Excuse me. Instead, get to know them. Isn't that what he did from the beginning to the end, till the very end? He was really quick to judge her. He looked at her. Okay, great. She pays ahead of time. That's great. I love that. But he looks at her and sees all that makeup, the nail polish, her wig, and her fancy dress, and the way she talks, and all that, and the smell, the perfume and the like, and he makes a judgment. But he never really went beyond that. That's the surface. He never went below the surface to actually get to know who she really is. Okay, and we learned she cared about the family's children, the family that gave her all these expensive things that the boys called junk, okay, that that rich family may have stolen, okay. So he doesn't understand that she's more than just that smell, the look, and the like. That she cared, like I said, she loved his children, she gave them presents, and then at the end, when she passes away, they get money so they can go to school at least 1 year each to go to college. Okay, another theme would be the strangest people, and you might think of Sulitha as being strange because of the way she was, okay, can affect us positively without our knowing it. And isn't that the case in the story? She affected him positively. Okay, he never thought of it. It is until the end. Okay. When he realizes, wow, she's gone. That's an empty room. There's nobody there. No one's going to be paying like days before the rent. What are we going to do? And here are the kids. The daughter really was close. She's in tears. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? So he learns at the end, you've got to give the person a chance. So, what do you think? It's truly it truly is a story that has a lesson, isn't it? Okay, and you can say that D is trying to tell us that we have a tendency to be really quick to judgment. We look at the person, per D, we look at the person and go, I don't like that person. How do you know? Did you bother to talk to her in person? Did you bother to get to know that person? No. Same thing with Hosea and Sulitha. He never really bothered. If you have any questions about this story, please let me know. Okay. Let's turn to your assignment. Paragraph 1, as I told you, is due today. Your 3 questions today. Here's your essay topic. Please jot this down and make sure you have this too. Discuss a special person from your past. Past, not now. Okay? It's got to be someone that you knew 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. It's just like with baby, okay, is in a sense telling us about a person that she knew in the past. Okay? And that's what she's doing. So Letha is part of the past. Okay? So it's a special person. It could be a good friend. It could be a neighbor, a coach. Okay? Whoever's special to you from the past. Please follow the PA writing formula. I'm still trying to get everyone to understand it. 2 pages, complete pages, 8 words per line at least, 5 paragraphs, 3 questions in the beginning, 3 sentences at the end, transitions, 8 words per line, all that. Okay, let's make sure we get that. Reflect on 3 reasons why this person was special to you. What are the 3 reasons why? And then give me the evidence. Example. My neighbor was really kind. Okay. Give me evidence to show me how she was kind to you. Also reflect on the objects, sounds, or scents that you associate with that individual. Your neighbor, there might be something you think of, the scent of roses all the time. She was always walking around with roses. And you could smell it. If you smell roses, you knew there she is. Okay? Does that make sense? Again, paragraph 1 is due today. If you have any questions regarding the essay, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great day. Okay? Think about Answer Letha, the story, what it tells us, what it teaches us. And keep it in mind, what she's trying to teach us. Okay, have a great day. Till next time. Bye-bye.